Hello and welcome, friends and foes. Welcome. Hope you're all having a good night tonight. Well, by the time you watch this, it's probably not going to be nighttime anymore. But it is 8 p.m. right now, and I figured I should catch up with some stuff. This is just going to be a short little video because I want to dedicate this entire video to this one 10-minute video. And we'll see how long I drag this out on. I'll try not to make it too long of a video. And then the next video is just going to be me catching up with a lot of DSP drama that I've missed out on for the past week or so, maybe a week and a half. So that one's definitely going to be a long one. This one, I just wanted to focus merely on this one topic. As you can probably see by the title or the title on the left. Because it does kind of relate to me in a little bit. So, if you are triggered by pronoun talk or LGBT talk, like, you might not want to watch this one. Check the next video that's going to be coming up after this. And that'll be more normal DSP shenanigans. More regular troll detractor shit. I mean, this is gonna still be detractor shit, but it's gonna be very heavily pronoun related. So yeah, that's your warning. Because that's all this one video is gonna be about. I didn't want to combine this with other things because, like, in case someone doesn't wanna listen to that, they can just go to my next video or previous videos or whatever, and this one will just be a standalone kind of thing. So, without any more ado, let's get started.
The hate army troll.
It's the hate army, bro.
The hate army.
Shout
that
out
guy.
to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
The other thing that I find absolutely hilarious, all right, is when you make your character in Starfield, they ask for your pronouns. So you can say he or him, she or her, or they or them. Did you know there are actually people on Earth who are so upset with the fact that there's pronoun selection in this game that they have
Hey,
rage
Army,
quit the
oh
game
my
and
God.
refunded
You're-
it and made giant
horrible.
rage quit videos about it.
I just want to say something to you, Bethesda. Just want to say a little something. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to sit
And I
down.
have no idea who the
comfy
fuck this
chair,
guy is.
Turn on my PC.
He
fire up
looks
a
like
brand
your
new
typical like
RPG,
incel,
lose
maybe
myself,
not so
think,
much
oh my
incel,
God,
just
think of this world, just
whiny
think of all the planets I
right-wing
can visit,
kind of
all the immersive
asshole.
things
I don't
that
know
I
who
can
the
get
heck he
involved
is.
with, all the fights, all the relationships, all the people I meet, all the places I go. I'm so excited to go there. And you know, I love nothing more than, with all of that laid out in front of me, I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us.
Current day.
Sorry, did you
What?
want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns!
Yeah, it's called customizing your character. Other games have done this a lot. Why are you so triggered? Because the newest game in the long line of games have done this. Like, Starfield is not the first fucking game to do this. It's all about creating the character you want. So I don't know why this fucking man-child crybaby over here is like so fucking triggered by this.
Fucking
I don't even know who this guy is.
ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Because that's all.
No, it's kind of like every human being ever has their preferred pronouns. If I went up to this fatty, this motherfucker, this bald-headed motherfucker, right? If I go up to him on the street and I call this guy, this person, this human being in front of me right now, I go up to him and I say, "Hi, ma'am, how you doing?" Guarantee you he's gonna start caring about pronouns all of a sudden and be really upset when someone uses the wrong pronouns with him. With them. With this person. If I go up and start calling him, "Hi, ma'am. Hi, how are you doing, hon?" and treat them like a woman and use female pronouns, he is gonna get offended. 9 times out of 10, anyone who's complaining about pronoun stuff is gonna get offended if someone misgenders them, right? I think that's fair enough to say. If, like, you're, like, he is, an obvious-looking male, I mean, I don't want to misgender him. Maybe they are trans. I highly doubt it. The way he's freaking out over nothing, right? But at the end of the day, every human being on this planet has their preferred pronouns they prefer to be called. If you're normally being called a guy and you're used to being called a guy, and someone calls you a woman, you're probably gonna get offended. And vice versa as well. I love how I love how idiots like this love to pretend that pronouns only exist for trans and LGBT folks, when that's not the case at all. Everyone in this freaking world, I'm sorry, has their own preferred set of pronouns. And I'm not over here shoving LGBT stuff down your throat. I'm really not. I promise you. Yes, I am LGBT. Yes, I technically fall under the trans umbrella because I'm non-binary. So I don't really feel like I'm male or female. And I'm not going to get super deep into it because it's all kind of complicated. But, like, I don't care what pronouns you use. I don't care if you call me a guy. I don't care if you call me a girl. Because I don't really feel like either one, to be honest. And I'm not going to go out of my way to insist that people call me some weird neo-pronoun either, like Z or Zer. Like, I know people that prefer those, and that's fine for those people. I really don't give a shit. Because honestly, I'm my own person. I'm unique. Well, I'm not unique. I'm just saying, like, I feel you can't really define each and every person just by one set of pronouns anyway. I kind of feel like it's just, like, I'm getting too far into it. It just doesn't matter about me personally. I'm just trying to relate this to you. Because yes, I am LGBT because of that, and because I'm asexual, so that also ties into that too. However, like I said, I'm not insisting people call me one pronoun or another because I really don't care. It's just that simple. I don't give a shit. But I don't know what it's. Let's just keep listening.
We fucking know! Because we're boring! We're so fucking boring!
So why are you playing the game if it's so boring?
We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Western Game Company!
So play a JRPG
fuck
then?
Fuck your immersion! Fuck you having a good time! Fuck you falling into a world and just getting lost! No, no, no! Current fucking day!
Current day? Like, if anything, I'm more reacting to this idiot. Because we all know... I'm more reacting to people like him. Because we all know DSP is going to fence it like crazy and try to pretend that he's on the side of right. When he's not. You know what I mean? Like, we all know DSP is still a bigot, so I'll get to that. Because, like, but I more want to talk to people that think like this, because they're kind of idiots. I'm sorry. I'm like, if anything, adding your chosen pronouns to your custom-made character in a video game is, like, even more immersive than not. Are you saying the game should just force you to be a certain type of character and you don't get any customization whatsoever? I don't understand why all of a sudden it's this hot topic issue when you have games going back to, like, the PS3 and Xbox 360 generation that let you, in those types of games that let you make your own characters. They had these options in some of these games. Fucking Saints Row 2 and Saints Row 3 you could choose to have big ass titties and a big ass crotch bulge. You could be both. You could be like, I don't think it actually had a ticker for female, male, male, female. It like, and a lot of games nowadays are like, especially with like, hold on, I gotta burp. How Pokemon does this all the time. Instead of asking, are you a boy or are you a girl? They ask you, what body type do you want? And so it's like, oh, instead of saying he, him, or her, she, her, there'll be like, oh, hey, it's you, and put your name there. So it's like, oh, it's Rex. Hi, Rex, how you doing? Instead of saying, oh yeah, no, I know Rex. Instead of saying, I know him, I know her. They'll use gender neutral language. And like even in games where it's like very minimal customization, they have more and more games are doing this. Where it's like instead of saying, are you a boy, are you a girl, are you a man or a woman? It's like pick your body type. And based on the body type you pick, that might change the pronouns in the game that way. But like even going back to Saints Row 2 and 3, they had the options where you could change it up. You can have a woman with facial hair. Because a lot of these customization games, you can be like a female presenting character or woman, whatever, and still have different facial options. It didn't X out the option for facial hair just because you picked a woman. I know a lot of cis male people who play as female characters in these custom character creation games. That does not mean they're gay. That does not mean they're trans. They just like looking at a woman when they're playing a game. And that is fine too. So I don't get why all of a sudden, like, these idiots are freaking out all of a sudden when this was a thing dating back to the PS3 and Xbox 360 era. This doesn't take away from immersion. If anything, it adds to it. It's literally one fucking choice on a character customization screen. Maybe he should be more offended because they have a bald option on it, and maybe that's too triggering for him because he can't grow hair on top. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know who this idiot is, but I fail to see why this is such a big fucking deal. It's like if you're this triggered by the mention of pronouns, you're kind of like, I'm not going to assume you're instantly right-wing, but I'm going to assume that you just don't understand that everyone has pronouns, and the mere fact that LGBT people exist probably upsets you, is my guess. So it's like, and again, I don't want to make crazy assumptions, but it's like kind of obvious, like you have some kind of issue with the fact that, like, you might be a bigot. I don't want to be like, if you have issues with pronouns in video games, you might be a bigot. Like, I don't know. I don't see what the big deal is.
Fuck off! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! You are a one-hived mind twat waffle! That's all you fucking are!
Yes, inclusion means boring and one-track mind, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, again, what exactly does he want? Because it's like, would he still be pissed off if instead of choosing your pronouns, you would say, if the game said, pick your body type, and you could pick male, you could pick female. I'm trying to think when I made my character. No, it's blending together with the Saints Row game that I played recently. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm thinking of when I was making my character in the new Saints Row game, because that game is trash. I agree, but it did just come for free on the PlayStation Plus, so I was trying to create a character in it. And even in that game, you can, like in all Saints Row games, you can be a female-looking character and still be packing a lot in your pants. But if the game lets you, instead of Starfield, lets you choose body type instead, and it was based, your pronouns were based on that instead of an actual thing, he probably wouldn't even fucking thought twice about it and wouldn't have freaked out. But the mere fact that there is a single fucking choice option in a character customization screen that is all about different options and how you're presenting your own specific character, it makes fucking sense to have that. Not just for inclusion's sake, but for the sake of you customizing your own fucking character. I bet idiots like this would rather just have a blank slate, boring as fuck character that you can't customize at all. Just be like, Joe Jim, space guy, and not have any option to customize it whatsoever. Because it doesn't fucking matter, because 99% of the time, it's a first-person fucking game anyway. So it's not like you even get to see your character, because either you're going to have a helmet on at all times, or the fact that it's going to be a first person most of the time. So why does it matter? It doesn't. That's why. So, like, I don't understand people like this. These guys don't know anything.
And you wonder why people are getting so fucking sick and tired. You take everything we love, all our immersions, all our fantasies, all our escapism, and you just can't help shovel your dog shit, fucking crap ideology into everything, every single solitary fucking thing.
Again, he has no idea of how the real world works, and that, like, everyone has fucking pronouns, including this dipshit. Again, I hate to repeat myself, but, like, if someone came up to him and misgendered him and called him a woman, he would punch them in the fucking face. And all of a sudden, then, pronouns matter to him. But in these idiots' head, pronouns only ever for trans people only, and this must be some pro-trans thing, when pronouns affect everyone. Everyone has their own personal preference for fucking pronouns. It's like when idiots think that I was given this name at birth, I have to keep this fucking name. No, you don't. Any human that's a mature adult on this planet, at least in this country anyway, can go to their government and change their name to whatever the fuck you want. Any name. You could be like Shit Digger, and first name Shit, last name Digger. I don't know. Like Pepsi Soda. Any stupid fucking name you can think of, you can go and change your name to it. But people think, oh, only trans people can change their name. No, if your parents named you a stupid fucking name, like, I don't know, like Leonard, or let's say someone named you Richard. Your parents named you Richard from birth, and you're sick of being called Dick all the time for short for it. You're like, God, I hate my fucking name. I wish I could change it. You can. Go to the fucking government and change it. Oh, but only trans people can change their names. No. Oh, it shows pronouns in a game. That must mean they're pushing a trans agenda. No, they're not. They're really not. Yeah, they're like, part of it is inclusion, but the majority part of it is just, hey, are you a boy? Are you a girl? Or do you not like boy or girl? And you can have this third option. That's it. It's a single fucking choice in a character customization screen. And it's not even the first fucking game to do it. It's been around for at least 3 console generations at this point for some games, people. 3 console generations. This is not the first game to do it. This guy is just a fucking idiot. Oh, now we got Dr. Disrespect.
Now everything's starting to make sense. Everything's starting to make sense now.
Oh, yes. So much sense.
Everything's starting to make sense. Got it. All right.
And of all people to understand, you're creating and using a character Dr. Disrespect shouldn't understand since he created his own character. He's not even himself. He's playing this like extremely toxic masculine guy who's probably appealing to a lot of right wingers. So he should understand that you're making a character.
I got it. So, I gotta say this, Chance, for just real quick. I just gotta get it off my chest. Obviously, we've been hyping up Star Citizen for Starfield for a long time.
Nah, Star Citizen's better.
We've been making it very vocal, right, Champs?
And that's one more thing, like, not to get too derailed here, but I don't see how anyone could have thought that Starfield was going to be anything more than just Fallout in space. I really don't see that. Like, it's essentially just... Starfield is essentially just Outer Worlds, but open world. That's all it is. It's like... And even Outer Worlds had better gunplay, though. Because at least Outer Worlds had that thing where it was, like, slow down time to, like... So it wasn't quite... Hold on. Because at least in Outer Worlds, they had the option to slow down time. So it wasn't quite the VAT system, but at the very least, you had the option to slow down time to, like, slow down mode, or what they used to call it, gunplay mode or something like that. You had better and deeper in Outer Worlds. You had better and deeper and more complex companions than you do in Starfield. Sure, you couldn't do... The only thing Outer Worlds didn't have that Starfield does have is ship combat. And to be honest, the ship combat in Starfield is kind of lacking anyway. So it's like, you take Outer Worlds and you add a little bit of No Man's Sky into it, and you kind of have Starfield. But you don't even really have the aspects of No Man's Sky, because you can't really... Like, oh yeah, sure, you have this, like, scanner thing where you can hand scan and, like, gather data, but it's not necessary, like, at all. Like, most people forget you can even do that in Starfield, so it's kind of it's just kind of a meh kind of thing. It's like, I don't see how anyone could have thought that Starfield was going to be anything more than what it turned out. I'm not saying the game is bad. It's not a bad game. It's just mediocre. And when I compare even, like, the Outer Worlds to Starfield, like, I'm sorry, but the Outer Worlds was a better game. It had a better story. It had more complex and meaningful character interactions. You had deeper companions. It's just like the AI, the characters' backgrounds and backstories were so much more detailed, and they felt like more real people than your cardboard cutout companions in Starfield. And, like, the guns were better, the gunplay was better, hell, even some of the spacesuits were better. The only thing that it didn't have, again, was the ship combat and the open world. But really, I'm like, so what? It's open world. Technically, you can go more places, okay? But that's just... I mean, I haven't played all of Starfield yet. I don't know if I'm even going to, because, to be honest, I'm trying to play Starfield, but I'm also playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm enjoying Baldur's Gate 3 a lot more than I am Starfield right now. So it's like... And Baldur's Gate 3 is so fucking good. It's like every character has, like, this, like, even your companions and like your party members and stuff have such detailed and, like, amazing background and backstories, and it's like, it's so fucking good. And then you switch to Starfield and it's just like, oh, it's all right. It's Kind of wish they had done Elder Scrolls 6 instead of Starfield, though. You couldn't have put Starfield on hold until you finished Elder Scrolls 6 first? It's not really... it's definitely better than fucking Fallout 76, sure, but...
We had our team reach out. Hey, can we work with you? Can we do something? Due to past controversies, there's no way we can work with Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, because you're a douchebag?
How about just give me, like, let me play the game when some of the others are playing it. How about that? Yeah, it's still...
So he is complaining because he wanted to play the game in the beta version? Because if he was playing the game in the beta version, he could have gave them feedback and saying, hey, don't put pronouns in the game, because they would have definitely listened to fucking Dr. Disrespect, right? Is that what he's trying to say? I'm like, no, you probably shouldn't have fucking got early access to it. I mean, they wouldn't have listened to him anyway.
That's still the case. Anyways, Champ, we just had to get that off our chest.
Listen,
why was that
I know
even
I
in the
should
game?
have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Yes?
So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
You're a dude.
My relationship
Oh.
with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance.
Uh-huh.
The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place.
Yeah.
Look how
I-
boring this is. It's just a like...
I'm a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head
Oh,
of
the
UC.
poor conservative cries. Good night. Such a shitty game. 1 out of 10.
It's like, this is your concern. Really? This is what you're worried about, right? And I've actually seen, I'm not kidding you, I've seen people make the argument, listen to this, that because this game allows you to select your pronouns, this is promoting the mutilation of kids who are trying to have gender affirmation surgery.
In your circle, I'm sure you got all kinds of gays and trans whatevers of all stripes, but not where I come from.
Oh, look at that. He peeked at the chat really quick there. He's like, oh, yep, looking at the chat. Peeking at the chat. He's like, is this funny yet, guys? Look, let me peek at the chat. Is this funny? And let me say one thing really quick, because it was brought up again, the whole trans thing. I know I fall under the trans umbrella. I know I have a lot of friends that are trans and everything. The majority of trans people do not advocate for children to undergo irreversible medical surgery / transitioning. Okay? I just want to clear that out. The majority of trans people don't agree with that. Kids, how do I even phrase this? Personally, from my point of view, and I can't speak for everyone, so I'm just saying my point of view, the only thing, like, it should be like a tattoo or enlisting in the fucking army. You should wait until the child is a mature adult in the US, so 18 plus, and like once they get to be 18, if they still want to transition, then they should have access to hormone replacement therapy, and then maybe later on down the line, if they want to have surgery, they can. Before they are a mature adult, if the parents are not forcing it on them and the child genuinely feels like they are trans, there is no harm in letting that child wear whatever clothes they want to wear. And you referring to that child by their preferred pronouns, and or if they have a different name they want you to call them. That's what I believe. So it's like, if you have a child that is not mature enough to have surgery, I mean, or replacement therapy. Like, let's say you have a child that's 8 years old. Sorry, got a burp again. I drank too much soda today. But if you're not, as long as you're not forcing it on it, because that's it. Like, I know there are some parents that want to try to force it on, like, but if the child themselves genuinely feels that way, let the child be themselves. Let kids be themselves, okay? Let the child, if your child's, even if they don't identify as trans, if you have a son and he still identifies as a boy, but he wants to wear a dress, just let him wear a fucking dress. It's not gonna hurt the boy's psyche. It's not gonna make the kid trans just because they want to wear something different, or they see their sister wearing a cute clothes and they want to try it. That's fine. Okay? Like, but no, they shouldn't be allowed to medically transition, and there's not enough scientific research to be done with gender blocking. Wait, what is it called? Puberty blockers. Because, like, I guess puberty blockers are a thing, so it's like, in theory, some people think, like, oh, if you give kids puberty blockers to prevent them from having hormones until they're old enough to actually start receiving the proper hormones they want, so they don't, you know what I mean? Because, like, if they're born male at birth or female at birth, whichever way around, to prevent them from going through puberty and then doing supposedly irreversible damage by going through puberty the wrong gender, whatever. But there's not enough scientific research to see, like, any long-term ramifications of that. Like, if they were on puberty blockers and they get to a mature age where they can finally start getting, like, female hormones or male hormones or whatever, like, what would happen? Like, there's not enough scientific research done. And, like, even, like, I'm not really for that myself. Like, if, so I don't agree with giving them any kind of medicine or anything like that. It's like, don't give them hormones, don't give them puberty blockers. Just let your child be a child. And if they want to be called, like, female pronouns or male pronouns, or if they want to wear certain clothes, just do it. Just let them wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. If they have a different name they want to go by, just call them by that name they want to go by. And then when they're a mature adult, they can make decisions for themselves. Just like any mature adult, once they reach 18 or 21, depending on, can go get a stupid ass tattoo that's irreversible, that's going to be on their body for the rest of their lives. Or they can go at 21 and get fucking wasted, or enlist in the army and get themselves killed. So you can enlist in the army when you're 18. Oh, but you can't get hormones? I'm like, you could easily be killed in the army by enlisting in it, by, like, falling for those fucking predator, like, army recruiters. That's fine. So you can die for our country just fine, but God forbid you try to transition. You see what I'm saying? So just I'll get off my soapbox. I just it brought it up, so I want to give you my point of view. Most of my trans friends don't agree that they should be giving kids these hormones when they're underage, like that. But it does not hurt or cause any long-term problems if your child does identify as a gender other than their birth, to just let them wear whatever clothes they want to wear, or to let them choose their pronouns if they want. That's fine. And that's also why they want to teach kids about LGBT stuff in school, not to convert them, but so that they can understand that it's not something to bully other people for. Because that's the problem. There's so much ignorance going on. I'm sorry. Like I said, this whole video is going to be kind of like this, because I don't want to preach. I'm not preaching, I'm not enforcing my views on other people. I am merely reciting my personal beliefs on this matter, okay? But I've talked to so many people that are so misunderstanding even the basics of what transgender people believe and are. So many people are going off of like shit that they learned in biology from the 1950s and 1960s. Like, that's not the case anymore. There's a difference between gender and biological sex. Just because a trans person puts on a dress and identifies as their gender as female, they know in their heads they are not the exact same biological sex as a female. We know this. We're not that stupid, okay? They understand that they are not the same physically, biologically, as a woman or man. Because a lot of people seem to forget there are trans men out there as well. A lot of trans men. It's not just, a bunch of sicko pervert males that are trying to fucking peep into a woman's locker room or some bullshit or whatever they consider it. Like, no one is going, no sexual deviant is going to go through arguably irreversible changes by taking hormones for years and years, growing a set of tits, all for the opportunity to go into a woman's bathroom, a woman's locker room to, I don't know, rape someone, be a pervert. Like, no, that no one's going to go that far just to do that. You know that like women's bathroom sign? That doesn't actually stop sexual abusers, sexual assaulters from actually going in there and doing whatever the hell they're going to do. Okay, it's not. And I hate to tell you, but no actual sexual assaulter, sexual abuser, whatever you want to call it, is going to like drastically, permanently alter their body just for the opportunity to assault you. That's not going to happen. It's not. So, I kind of forgot where I was in this. It's a complicated mess. It's a complicated, convoluted mess. And I personally kind of wish we had more like single-use unisex bathrooms. As a non-binary, I don't really feel comfortable going in either the men's or the women's bathroom. Because I feel like there's risks in using both. I don't like that. I would rather, when I have the opportunity, if it's a single-use unisex bathroom or a family restroom, I'm going to go in there. Because it's single-use, it's, as long as it's empty, obviously. I mean, obviously. But, because if I go in the men's room, I have a chance of being attacked or beaten up for being seen as not manly enough. Because my whole life growing up, I wasn't manly enough. And then all of a sudden, when idiot transphobes, like, oh, no, you'll always be a man. I'm like, that's not what you were saying when I was growing up. And I'm not saying that's what caused me to be non-binary, because it wasn't. I'm just saying, it's ironic how it's like, oh, I was super girly. Oh, you're such a girl. You'll never be a man. And then when I grow up and act differently and like be non-binary and everything, everyone's like, you'll always be a man. You're super masculine. Look at all the body hair and the manly jaw and everything. And you're Adam's apple. I'm like, well, where were you when I was younger then? Make up your fucking mind. Because bullies, you're always going to run into bullies and like they don't understand or they don't want to understand. Back to my original point really quick before we get on with this idiot who's fence sitting so hard the fence post is going straight up his ass. He might as well be Vlad the Impaler, just... But anyway. So yeah, they're trying in schools to teach people not to indoctrinate your kids. No, they're trying to teach your fucking kids that, hey, some people are born differently and might be gay, they might be trans, and it's okay for them to be that way, And you don't have to be a bully and bully these kids because you parents are not doing your fucking jobs in raising your kids properly. And so your kids end up as ignorant as you are about it because you like to fucking watch Fox News and shit. And your kids end up being the next bullies. And then they'll grow up also ignorant about everything. And the cycle repeats and repeats. So, because your parents are doing such a bad fucking job raising your own fucking kids to treat everyone else with respect, and if you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all, because that's how my mom raised me. I don't know if it's working great, because I'm fucking reacting to DarksydePhil of all people on the internet. So, maybe I'm not fully heeding her words there. Sorry, Mom. But I can't say I was never a bully in school. I was always the one being bullied. Because again, well, I mean, growing up, when I grew up, like, it was in the early 90s and stuff, so it's like transgender people, LGBT people, no one talked about that ever. That was not in the news ever. Everyone was undercover. It was like the medieval times, or yeah, not medieval times. What is it called? I don't know. The Blackbeard. I don't know. So no one was out publicly as gay, at least where I grew up, because I'm in Western New York, which is like hillbilly town USA, and there's just a bunch of fucking farmers and Trump supporters out this way. Okay, so in my school, like, it wasn't a big I don't live in New York City or some liberal city or anything like that. So in my school growing up, like, no one was out as gay or out, like, we definitely didn't even have transgender people, let alone know what trans people was. I didn't find out what transgender people was until, like, I was in my middle teens, like 14, 13, around there. I didn't know. I didn't realize that, hey, I'm kind of sort of different. I mean, I felt that I was kind of different, but I couldn't put a word to it. You know what I mean? I couldn't understand that, hey, I might be a little bit fucking different. And I just assumed I was all by myself and thinking that way. And you just gotta buck up because there's no options for you whatsoever or anything like that. Sorry. But now, it's everywhere. Every child knows what transgender is. Every child knows what gay people are. And I'm sure there's kids that are openly gay now and openly trans or whatever. And I'm sure kids are still having unprotected sex a lot earlier than I was, or kids were when I was in school and shit. I don't know. But they're in schools, they're not trying to indoctrinate your children. Just because your kids learn about LGBT people doesn't mean that's gonna indoctrinate them and make them become LGBT people. I grew up around all these straight people. I don't know how many fucking movies I've watched where there's like not gay couples, straight couples in TVs and movies, and they kiss, or there's a makeout scene with a guy and a girl, and I didn't turn out to be straight. So obviously that's not indoctrinating. They're literally just trying to teach your little fucking hooligans that it's okay that some people are different. You don't have to fucking bully everyone. Since a lot of parents just aren't doing a good job in teaching them that. Right? That's all I wanted to say about the whole kid thing. Basically, long story short, let your kids be kids. If they want to wear something that's like not matching their gender, just fucking do it. Because gender is a mental construct, is not the same as a biological sex. And kids should wait until they're mature adults before they can have any kind of life-changing procedures or anything like that. But now we get back to this idiot. who's gonna sit on the fence and pretend that it's okay to be trans and gay, which it is. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be trans. But this fucking idiot, pardon my language, this idiot over here is gonna, like, he's said some vile shit about trans and about gay people in the past. And now he's gonna over here pretend that he didn't ever say that. Actually, where was that? Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I just had to pull something up really quick. So before I continue this, I wanted to play this. Hopefully you'll hear it. Oh, it's not gonna do it. Of course. Hold on 1 second.
Well, let me tell.
All right, I think I got it now. Sorry about that. It was just a stupid soundbite I wanted to ready up.
Don't get me wrong. There are definitely very serious issues going on that need to be tackled at various levels, okay, in real life. Starfield is not that. Starfield is nowhere even close to any of that. And the fact that people make that jump, that really makes me feel like all you want to do at every waking moment of your life is create controversy for your own personal gain. I'm sorry.
Well, you're no stranger to doing that either, though, are you, Phil?
I'm gay and that's okay. 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 I'm gay.
Sorry, I just love that little sound clip there.
And that's okay. I'm gay and that's okay. I'm gay and that's okay. I'm gay and that's okay. There is at no moment during the game development of Starfield do I believe that thought put into anyone's head because they put a fucking pronoun selection in the character selection. You're out of your fucking mind. You're an idiot who's trying to create drama on the internet so that you'll get clickbait and people will pay you. You're a loser. All right?
I mean, I agree with him, but at the same time, that's kind of what he's doing here as well. Like, he's throwing his hat into the ring as well. You're not innocent of this. The things you're accusing other people of doing, you're fucking doing that too by wading into this.
I mean, if that's all the content you can put out on the internet, stop making content. Really, it's trash. No one cares. You can tackle serious issues in a serious way that don't involve this kind of fucking nonsense. No one's going to play Starfield and be indoctrinated into a mindset of transgenderism, you fucking idiots. You'd have to be the dumbest person on earth to believe that.
I mean, I agree, but I don't think, and I don't agree with those two people we just saw and others who are complaining and bitching about the pronouns. But I'm pretty sure they don't believe that either. Like, I'm pretty sure no one is suggesting that, oh, because there's a pronoun selector in the game, therefore the game itself might be converting people into being trans some fucking how. Like, I don't think anyone's actually claiming that or saying that, though, Phil.
That's the thing. I don't believe that anyone.
I mean, they're wrong anyway.
They're just doing it to get fucking.
Their complaints are not valid anyway, but no one's actually out here claiming that.
Clickbait so they can make money. It's pathetic.
I mean, it's pretty stupid, considering it's not even the first game to do this.
So enough with the bullshit. And the funny part is, now people will say, oh, you see, now Phil's on one side and Phil's on the other side. I didn't say anything about any side. I'm just telling it like it is. I see hacks, shills, and people out for this when I see it, and I call it like it is. And I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of people putting out junk content on the internet and people feeding into it because all they want is nonstop drama and controversy. Stop feeding that engine. Really. Stop it. Because all that's going to happen is every single thing in life will be contentious. I will pick up this hand exerciser egg, and I'll be told I can't use this hand exerciser because the company that made it either supports or is against this certain political thing. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to be pulled into your toilet of toxic drama bullshit. None of that.
I have my own toxic drama bullshit that I can create. I don't need your toxic creator content bullshit.
Fucking matters because I'm using this, so fuck off.
Good news, everyone. It's a suppository.
Company that made it either supports or is against this certain political thing. Fuck you. Fuck
Fuck
you.
you. And
I don't
you,
want to be pulled
and
into
you,
your toilet of toxic drama bullshit.
Fuck you,
None of that
and
fucking
fuck
matters because
you
I'm using
too.
this. So fuck off. I can play Starfield and I don't have to worry about your fucking agendas one way or the other. Really. I can just enjoy a fucking video game and you can kiss my ass.
I mean, you could try to
Football
enjoy it.
niggas
It's
is
just
gay,
not
the
that great of a
basketball
game.
Niggas is gay. It's millions of gay people.
Okay. I'll get off my soapbox now, ladies and gentlemen. Got that segment out of the way. All right. Jade, yes, I know that Armored Core, because of the crazy amount of 60 frames per second graphics, have been bothering you, I know. It's all good if you just want to chill and talk with us. It's all good, man.
Oh, but you're not allowed to actually talk with other people in the chat there. You got to be talking about the
Nasty
game.
Garage Ants, I have no idea what you're saying. He says, last night, I said people are mad Starfield is too woke. You said I was the only one saying that. I did. Very good. Nasty Garage Ants, no one is talking about the game being woke but you, so... So here we go. What are we going to find here? I don't remember talking to you at all last night. You sure I wasn't talking to someone else and you just erroneously thought I was speaking to you? Because I don't remember speaking with you at all about that subject last night in any way. I think you're mistaken.
Nasty
What are my pronouns?
Garage Ants. That's
Fart
fully
knocker
a
and
troll,
ass.
too.
Those are my two pronouns. You can address me as either.
And to end that off, we got a shit joke. Very mature, Phil. Very mature from the guy. All right. I'm gonna end that for now. I apologize. That went a little bit longer than I expected it to. As you can see up here, I got a lot of other videos that I gotta go through and react to. So, all of these videos will be in the next video that I make. Or maybe I should stream it. I don't know anymore if I should be streaming videos, if I should be just making videos. Like, like, this thing I'm recording now is definitely going to be a video. It's like a single video with a single topic, but like maybe for when I'm just catching up on drama bullshit, maybe I'll make that into an actual stream. I don't know. Or do people actually like the really long videos of me reacting and catching up to the old, catching up with all this bullshit, like, and as in a video format? Because, like, at the end of the day, the fucking stream becomes the archive anyway on YouTube. So I don't really know. I don't know if I should keep it as a stream or not. Streaming is a little bit more complicated, that's for sure, though. I don't know. But yeah, that's this video over with anyway. And my next video should be coming out sometime soon, hopefully, or stream. I haven't decided fully yet if I should stream or not, but maybe I'll do it tonight. And don't forget, guys.
I'm gay and that's okay. 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 I'm gay and that's okay.
Don't forget, guys, I'm gay and that's okay. Bye, everyone.